Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Code Realized Guardian of Rebirth, and we're about to skip through some shit. Okay. And then I realized I actually went through after I played Van Helsing's route, and I literally just went through between that part and this one, well, and the start of Impey's, and I went through and just I just skipped through to see every choice that we had made, and I wrote them all down. So I can, like, and I totally forgot I was checking them off. And we did both of Impey's choice. Okay. So like in this next one, they give us 3 choices, and we're supposed to choose disagree, I think, for Impey. Hold on. I have 2 things going. Yes, we disagree. Okay. Okay. So obviously the first choice that we make in chapter 1, take his hand, refuse. We haven't refused yet, but that's because we're going to do that when we get on Lupin's path, and that'll be a bad path. Hold on. We're gonna go check on Impey. I think I'll go see what Impey's up to. He taught me how to operate machines and how to build simple devices. Perhaps there might be something I can help him with right now. He's probably in a studio in the back. I wonder what happens if you choose a different person each time. Like choose Victor to go with at the casino, and then get trained by Impey and Van Helsing, and then go to Saint Germain. Like, I wonder what fucking happens. Whose path do you go on? Oh! Anyway, I leave the mansion and head for the yard. Obviously, some of the other choices make a difference, but then, whoa! I hear Impey shout in surprise, followed by a loud noise. Was that an explosion? I run toward Impey's shack. Shack. Studio, with quotes around it, air quotes. You can't see me air quoting. I heard something. Are you alright? I'm fine. I was trying to install one of the newest model Neo steam engines. Impey smiles grimly as he struggles out of a cloud of smoke. The pressure built up too high, so it... Boom! Yes, I heard it. But it's not a problem. I'm a genius engineer. What does being an engineer have to do with it? Anyway, look at the ornithopter we flew in the other day. I'm glad I prepared a backup steam engine. The winged machine is a short distance from the scene of the explosion. This baby has a key role in our plan. Are we going to fly again? Oh, did you take a liking to our little joyride through the clouds? Yes, it was very fun. Nice. That makes building this all worth it. Let's go up again when we can. Yes, let's. You're amazing, Impey. Now that you've taught me so much, I understand just how incredible you really are. What's this? Are you falling for me? No, that's not it. Ugh, you're a natural at rejecting me. Did you have someone teach you about engineering and all this? I like how we changed the subject. She's so mean. You're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, so did someone teach you how to do all this? Like, huh, what? You're hot. Anyway, so, what's your favorite color? Like, oh my god, I love it. I guess there was this weird old guy who lived in the neighborhood. He's more like a co-inventor, actually. Impey looks a bit nostalgic as he talks, absent-mindedly spinning his wrench around and around in his hand. I didn't really have any formal training, but I feel like I understand the wonders of science better than anyone else. You're probably right. Depending on what kind of science. Like, mechanical engineering science, yes. But, like, alchemy science, no. Victor's better at that than you. Let's not. Just come on. Let's put you in your right bucket. Impey smiles so confidently that I can't help but agree with him. I mean, that kind of science. Yeah, the technicals, like machine science and stuff, but like chemistry and alchemy and shit like that, that's all Victor. Just separate them. I keep talking with him for a while. Listening to Impey excitedly talk about his machines gradually calms my nerves. Okay, so anyway, so what I was saying before we got so rudely interrupted by a scene that we had to read. No, I'm just kidding. You know, so I have like little choices. Why did it stop? Well, this is going on. Lupin, Impey, and Saint Germain will drive an automobile to the end of the track we diverted to. The Count will wait there at the endpoint with the automobile. He will simply wait there until we cut off the train car, carrying the leader, and bring it to that location. Lupin and Impey will approach the train from above using the We already... Okay, I don't know why it stopped. That was weird. That's no different than it was, I don't think. Okay, so technically... But anyway, so what I was saying before I continue, because I'm going to keep... We've done everything. We haven't gone... When we were running away from Van Helsing, I think that's the part, in Chapter 2. We're supposed to... We come out every time, but there's one part to say stay hidden. So maybe that's on Saint Germain's path. Otherwise, whatever. And so far we haven't chosen Saint Germain. And here, leave the station. We're about to do this for the first time. And then I think there's a choice after you leave the station where you talk to Saint Germain or you talk to Impey. So you have a choice there. And that's probably the same as when we board the train. You come out or you stay hidden. You know what I mean? And it's different. So. Or when we go down Lupin's path, we'll actually be able to leave the station, talk to Lupin. We can never talk to him. He's there's a wall there. Why do you put up such a wall with us, Lupin? Why? Why do you make everything so difficult for me? I'll leave the station. After the train leaves with Van Helsing and Victor, it makes its way through the city. We drive ahead, following the tracks, and when at last no more buildings are in sight, Impey brings it to a noisy stop. A figure appears from the moonlight ahead. I've been waiting for you. He smiles as he greets us. We climb down from the automobile and join him. Hey, St. G. Thanks for keeping watch. How's it been? It's just as we'd expected. There's no one here. The railroad line that the disconnected train car will arrive on is a little ways ahead. The reason why this location was chosen as our meeting spot is because it was a convenient place to land the ornithopter. I'm sorry to ask you to do this. Oh, it's hardly a bother. I've been enjoying pretending to play the detective. Pretending, huh? This is not a game, you know. Lupin sighs as if releasing tension, then looks around at us. Now, we'll be launching our mission to capture the leader. The first step... The first step? We wait. I can't help but feel a little let down by Lupin's words. I may be nervous, but I'm still looking forward to what comes next. We're gonna wait here? Yep, we've arrived earlier than planned. Don't worry, Victor and Van Helsing will get the job done on the train. I'm going to stay here and prepare my gentlemanly attire, and also go over the plan. You others can do as you like. Gentlemanly attire? Of course. A gentleman thief must always have style when on the job. He is so gay, it's not even funny. That's probably why I like him. Not gonna lie. He's a little gay. He's a little... Oh, come, you know what? He's just fashionable. You just can't find fashionable men these days. God, back in the day when men were like, look, how does my cravat look with this vest? Isn't it amazing? Look at my suit. It's perfectly tailored to my buttocks. And you're like, everyone was a little gay back in the day, huh? Damn, we need that back. Top hats, all this shit. Men put that much effort into their looks. Yeah. Bringing this shit back. Well, we don't need to bring sexy back. We need to bring gentlemanly attire back. That's what we need. Top hats and vests. Oh, vests. God, a man in a vest. That's probably why I like this game so much. There's a lot of fucking vests going on. Look at those buckles. It would take you like 20 minutes to get them undressed. Or longer. Good lord. And then imagine that we've probably got a corset on and like fucking hoop skirts and fucking like 16 layers of underwear. Gee, how did anybody pee back in the day? Like, hold on, I really have to pee. 3 hours later. Never mind. Anyway. With Lupin in high spirits, we decide to use our time freely until further instruction. So this is where we get to... Hold on. I look up at the moon in a daze, but my anxiety over the mission is mounting. Will I be able to do what's needed of me when it comes time to act? Hold on, this is... I'm just writing down because I'm pretty sure the choice... Because, like, if you go on the train, the choices are different, obviously. And I'm pretty sure the choices here are talk to Impei and talk to St. G, because that's what it says for this. We're supposed to speak to Impei, obviously. Thinking this makes me even more nervous. I wonder what the others are up to. Yeah, see, so we're going to go speak with Impei, because that's the path we're going. So I wonder what Impei is doing. I find him tinkering with the ornithopter, which is a key factor in this mission. Small explosions keep going off, and smoke rises from different parts of the machine. Lupin said he was going to fly to the train and that, but will it fly at all now? Impei, is everything all right? Hey, Spacey, everything's fine. Isn't it a saying that success is built upon countless failures? Don't even worry about it. I can just picture it. The very moment you fall in love with me as we cruise through the sky. That doesn't sound like a real thing. I laugh a little as I say this, because we totally are! If by this point we were like, Van Helsing's totally in love with us, we're totally in love with him, eh? We're falling for him a little bit. We're not as easy as Van Helsing. Van Helsing was totally in love with us the moment he tried to shoot us. The first time he pointed his gun at our face, he was like, I love you, monster. I need you so bad. And with Impei, you know, we're like, yeah, I'm starting to warm up to you a little bit. Impei, what's the matter? Huh? Oh, I was just thinking about how nice you look when you smile. That's all. Okay. There is a scratch on my TV screen, and it just happened to line up perfectly, like, on his face. And I was like, it just looks like he's got a scar on his face. Sorry. I look down, not knowing how to react. Impei keeps saying things like that to me, encouraging me to smile. And then I don't know how to respond, and I feel even more embarrassed. Yeah, because he's a little pushy. Ah! God, look at you! It's not as hot as Van Helsing, but it's still pretty fucking hot. It's a little early, but we have to take off now. Something's come up. Lupin looks at us with a serious expression as we gather around. What's happened, Lupin? Could it be the wind? Wind? The wind is weak now, but it shows signs of becoming stronger. Perhaps even a storm is brewing. I look up at the skies. Everything is still so calm. What? That's not good. The ornithopter can't fly if the wind is too strong. Should we cancel? Oh, that's me. I was gonna... Impei's gonna be like, are you trying to insult me? A little bit. No, I'm just kidding. Should we cancel the plan? No. We need to wrap this up before the wind picks up. The mission is already in motion. We can't leave the others behind. I nod in agreement. Smack myself. Spacey, how dare you? Let's go over our steps. I'm sorry, I was distracted by his vest over a... It's like his mini jacket over a vest, the longer vest. It's just... And then the cape. I can't. Okay. Victor and Van Helsing are likely in the battle on that train as we speak, after which they are to disengage the rear car. While those two attract the attention of the guards, Impei, you and I will close in from the sky in the ornithopter. Impei will remain in flight to secure our escape route. We'll cut the car the leader is in off and pull it to the branch line. Count, once the target arrives, you'll need to secure him. You're in charge of our escape in the automobile. Leave it to me. Impei, is the ornithopter ready? Of course. It's in amazing condition. There's smoke pouring out of it, and I think a piece just fell off. I wouldn't say amazing condition. Like, I'm just kidding. Impei points to the large winged machine sitting in the moonlight. I love how they put the little machine, it's like a sketch on like a piece of paper, and you don't actually see it's just like this. I just love how they do that. I don't know why, I just like it. An ornithopter. A small airship that flies by flapping its wings at high speed. You look like you doubt me. Like, are you sure you can fly that thing if the wind gets stronger? No, that's not it at all. Seeing is believing. Well, I'll show you by actually flying it. I'm just worried about you, Jesus. Then, let's get going. With Lupin's words as a signal, we quickly board the ornithopter. We all manage to get on, but it's so cramped. So cramped. It's alright! To the Batmobile! I fucking love the music in this game. I love the super like high stakes because this is like such fucking like 1960s Batman music, like pow bang boot, like, and then I just love when they have like the fucking like redneck fucking like square dance music, and you're like, this really, it never fits. It fits in nothing, but it's the fucking best. You're like, it's supposed to be a happy scene. You're like, you're like, I feel like we should be chasing each other and having like slapstick comedy going on right now. Oh God, but it's so good. I love it. Oh no, God. That's great. Anyway. Hey, why is this thing so small? This is only meant for one occupant. It can barely accommodate two, so of course it's going to be cramped with three. Oh, that's true. Count staying behind. I'm like, there's four of us. Like, could you build us a 3-seater model really quick? Yeah, I'll get right on that. You too! Stop shoving! You'll melt if you touch my skin. Well, that's right. Let's play nice and just sit together, Lupin. I suppose this is no time to mess around. Impey, let's take off. Aye, aye. Hold on tight. It's time to take the two of you on a delightful journey in the sky. The machine shoots out a blast of steam, and its wings begin to flap. Suddenly, the machine lifts off the ground. I wonder how the hell we're going to get trapped on the train, but it's flying, Impey! The wings start going faster and faster, with tremendous force. This flying machine was created by the world's most brilliant engineer, me! Of course it's going to fly! Despite his confidence, the machine suddenly tips, nearly throwing us out into the air. Lupin reacts quickly and grabs me. Whoa, whoa! Impey, can't you control this thing a bit better? We're going to fall out before we can get to the train. Like I said, it's made to see at 1. It'll stabilize once it gets up to speed, so just hang in there. I'm hanging on. Alright, let's go. With Impey's shout, the ornithopter picks up speed. It flies through the air, cutting through the night sky at great speed. I mean, you gotta be honest, genius engineer. If he built that motherfucking thing and designed it, I mean, that is pretty much a genius engineer thing. It's not like, oh, I just tinker with it and I make things cool. He built that motherfucking thing. So, I mean, he's kind of a genius engineer. Like, that's point for Impey, but nice. This piece of junk is doing pretty well today. I'll not have that slur used against my machines. Whatever Impey Barbicane builds is always incredibly stable. I wouldn't call this incredibly stable, but for now, the ornithopter is traveling at an unbelievable rate. It shouldn't take us long to catch up with the train. I catch sight of the railway below us. Then I see a lone rail car sitting by itself on the tracks. Aha! There it is! That must mean our assault team is doing well. It looks that way. Let's follow them. However, only a short time later, Lupin and Saint Germain's prediction is unfortunately true. The weather suddenly takes a turn for the worse, and a forceful wind hits us. My sense of equilibrium is thrown off because of the intense turbulence. Gah! Come on! Come on! Impey desperately tries to control the ornithopter, which is being shaken every which way by the wind. I know, and it's fucking giving me a brain seizure. Hey, Lupin, where's the train? We're gonna crash before we reach it. We're almost there. You have to keep going. We hear the train's whistle from far off. A tiny light shines ahead on the dark rails. That must be the locomotive. Impey, can you get us closer? I'll do what I can! I'll do what I can! Impey goads the ornithopter into more speed, and little by little we begin to close in on the train. I hear the powerful noise of the engine. Finally, Impey draws the ornithopter parallel to the last train cars. However, we can't go further ahead. Oh, the car we need to break the connector on is up ahead. Impey, go faster! We're already at full speed. I can barely keep up with the train. As they go back and forth, I hear a gunshot from within the train. That was Van Helsing's shotgun. It would seem there's still some guards on board. We don't have a choice, Impey. Get us as close as you can to this car. We'll take care of the rest. Right. Guess it's time to reveal my secret weapon. I wonder if we get a different CG, because like we got the one where like Lupin rescues us, but maybe it'll be different. And maybe we don't meet Sholmes here. Impey presses a button on the control stick, and an intense blast of steam shoots out of the rear of the ornithopter. The ornithopter picks up speed, propelled by the force of the steam. This won't last long. Jump off when you can. All right, but with this wind, we won't be able to count on Impey for help, mademoiselle. Oh, Impey for help. Mademoiselle, you stay behind. No, I'm coming with you. You need every last bit of help you can get. The way you need every last bit of help you can get the way things are going. We're already short-handed, and you trained me. I promise I'll be useful. Plus, I'm going to get myself caught, and then we have to have the conversation with Finis, and that's the only way it's going to work. That's a pretty speech. I won't stop you, then. Come on. Right. Lupin holds me tightly to him. I relax my body, trusting myself to his hands. Oh, yeah, we're going to trust ourselves doing that. What? No, we're on Impey's rod, sorry. I'm floating in the air, and in the next moment, we're on the roof. It should be just as fucking windy up here. I'll come pick you up once the wind's died down. Don't die, you two! I wave to Impey as the ornithopter flies away, then turn to look at Lupin. Let's just get inside. The wind here is too strong for us to try walking across. Falling off would not be funny at all. Lupin quickly puts his ear against the train's roof. There's two of them. From the sound of their footsteps, they aren't Van Helsing or Victor. Then... Right. We'll have to go for the surprise attack. I'm putting you in charge of taking one of them out. Can you do it? I've got this. Glove off. I got it! He's breaking a window! You're like, I just could just melt the roof. Like, Lupin breaks one of the train's windows... breaks one of the train's windows in, then slides into the car ahead of me. I follow him through a few seconds later. One of the Twilight soldiers is already on the floor. The other has his back towards me while he squares off against Lupin. Where'd you come from? The enemy hasn't noticed me. Now's my chance. Gah! I strike him as hard as I can from behind with my hand, and he falls to the floor. That's pretty impressive. I heard you were training in combat too, but I didn't think you were this advanced. Thanks for distracting him. If I catch someone off guard, I can defeat anyone, even a giant. Is that Van Helsing's teaching? Our Lady is quite the dependable one. Yeah, you want me. Lupin checks out the train cars ahead. We've strayed from the plan, but we still have to dislodge that connector. We'll keep moving forward and climb onto the roof of the car right before the one the leader's in. Can you move silently? Of course I can. You made sure I learned how. Okay, so this is all stuff we've done before. Okay. Right, because this is where Sholmes comes in. This is what I was wondering. So he would normally come in to save us. So him breaking in the window. So that's actually, I like how they do that. Like, if we stay in the car, we have the battle, blah, blah, blah. And then we're here to go to the connector. And, oh my god, we get surrounded, and he breaks in, and then this all happens. But otherwise, and then we break in, and so it's great. I just love the way they fucking do this. They actually, like, thought it out. They think it out really fucking well, you know, to, like, loop it together where it like, obviously it's gonna veer off, like, oh, and then, like, later that day, okay, well, fine. You can see in those parts, like, when we're training with the guys, the easy cutoff that it makes, like, later on. But this was a really smooth loop. We still get the same, like, CG. But I'm, like, really excited. That was really cool. I like that. So, when we do St. Germain's route, we'll kind of skip through most of that, because we'll have done it all, except for speaking with him. But, well, that's pretty cool. I like that. This! It so doesn't fit with anything that's going on. I love it so much. Oh my god, because it's so cheesy. And it makes me happy, because it feels like it should be like slapstick comedy. Like we should be chasing everybody around like, oh, hey, come back. And we're having serious conversations. We're supposed to say I really can't say. Hold on. I can't really say at this point. Yeah, same here. I'm undecided. How can you expect me to agree or disagree when we don't even know what kind of thief he is? This is when we were debating whether we should go and blah, 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 and we're going to end up meeting what's-his-face, Delacroix. This is the vampire scene. That's what That's strange. Huh? What is? You're being cautious for once. Well, of course. The best engineers always proceed with caution. A cautious engineer wouldn't be making inventions that explode. Either way, there's no way to make that call unless we get more information. Why don't we make the decision there? If we feel we're at a disadvantage, we simply won't engage. That's a good point. Mr. Van Helsing is making sense. We haven't got there yet. All right. Okay. Look at that. I was almost right. And when we're chasing Deli, we're supposed to jump out and capture him. So this is kind of fun because we're doing a lot of different things. So Impei's route's going to take a little bit longer just because we're doing a lot of different choices. And obviously in Van Helsing's, we skipped through all of this up to chapter 8 in one part. And now we're doing this and we're on the second part. So we'll probably get through it on this part. This is sad because the one choice in this chapter is, hold on, I gotta mark off what we did. Can't say I made that choice, and we're gonna capture him when we get to the next choice, so I'm gonna mark that off. So we've done almost everything. Obviously, except for the first choice, we didn't refuse, but we know we're gonna do that. When Van Helsing's chasing us, we haven't stayed hidden. We've come out all of our times, I think. You know what? I don't remember. Did we stay hidden? That was the one choice I never paid attention to. I keep forgetting to pay attention to it. Capture him. That's what we're supposed to do. If we don't say anything, he's going to get away. Surely only bad things can come of that. Now's the time for action. Ha! You carry yourself well for a human, but... He jumps back, easily avoiding my attack. Then, as he lands, he bounds forward, leg extended in a vicious flying kick. His small body rushes at me like a bullet. Duh! However, Impei thrusts out his arm, blocking the boy's attack at me. So see, this is why we choose to capture him, so that Impei can save us. Oh, look at him. Aww, he's cute when he's angry. Ow! I can't feel my arm anymore. What? The boy steps back in shock. Impei! I'm fine. That was nothing. After all, I'm the world's greatest genius of engineering. He's obviously in pain, and being a genius has absolutely nothing to do with it, but thank you for protecting me, Impei. You're very welcome. See, that endears us to him. Listen, kid! No matter what the reason, no man should ever try to kick a lady! You weren't dismembered by my attack? Could you be what? I'm seriously, is he part vampire? Because he's got pointy fucking teeth. What, is he a werewolf? What's with the pointy fucking teeth? I need to know. Like, Saint Germain is obviously fucking, like, billions of years old. So, I mean, suddenly we hear footsteps from behind. I turn around to see Van Helsing. Ugh. Don't I always want to turn? I turn around and I don't see Van Helsing. He's never behind me when I turn around. It's disappointing. You caught up. Okay. So it's funny, because in this path later, you have the ask Van Helsing about his path, don't ask. And you're supposed to not ask. Like, don't ask him. I'm like, oh, that's so sad. But we're not supposed to ask him because, obviously, that would endear us to him a little bit. See, I was really hoping that scene would be, you know, one of the other guys each time, but I guess not. But, we're not supposed to ask. But I want to ask. I love you so much, Van Helsing. Don't hate me. You're still my favorite. Anyway. So... What was I saying? Oh, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I just want to know, like, there's obviously some secret with Impei. Like, why does he have fucking pointy teeth and shit? And, like, fucking what the hell is going on with Saint Germain? He's the biggest fucking mystery. I mean, he's got, like, fucking knife who just stabs a bitch, and he's like, Anyway, tea and crumpets, anyone? The fuck? It's amazing. He's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna love it. Because if you think about it, Victor we kind of knew. I mean, yeah, there were some twists and turns in the story, but you knew he was an alchemist, and he was being chased by the queen, and blah, 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 and you're like, he wasn't really a traitor. And Van Helsing killed a bunch of vampires, and it's really tragic and sad, and you find out more about it, you know, but you kind of already know sort of the starting point. We have no fucking clue about Saint Germain. Like, what the fuck is your story? You just come out of fucking nowhere and stab a bitch, and what? And the same thing with Impei. You think you know his story, but, like, what? Like, with Deli, like, could you be, what, a vampire? Like, what the fuck is with the teeth? Why does he have pointy teeth? I can't just believe that was just an art choice. You know what I mean? So, I think we're in chapter 7 now. But yeah, so that'll be interesting to find out. And we're almost there. We're almost to where we get to Impei's, the start of his route. So I was thinking something else. Oh yeah, and so if you follow me on Twitter, I've been finding CGs and like images and stuff from this game, and I don't know where they came from. It looks like they came from an art book for the game. I want to get them so bad. They have them on Amazon. I know they're in Japanese and I don't give a fuck. I don't need to know the language to be able to look at these goddamn pictures. Oh, actually no, we're only on chapter 6. Whoops. Keep walking down the main street, so we've just done all these. Anyway, oh, and then like the one where we're in Victor's route where we're like, we can't let him do this. There is an option where, you know, we haven't done that option of like ... like don't say anything. And then I think in Lupin's route, there's a ton. So we don't actually need to replay, because that's what I was saying in the last part, not the last part, the last part of Van Helsing's route, not like the prior part. Like, we could read through all of Lupin's route, but I don't think we really need to, because we can skip some of the stuff. There's going to be so much new content, it's going to take us forever to do it. So I don't know. I think it's just, I'm really excited to play the second game. I'm not sure if I really want to spend, like, 40 parts going through everything again. But also in Lupin's, there's so many other, like, choices, because I kind of, like, glanced at it. And I was like, oh my god, there's so many other, like, now we get to choose him, and then now we can do this or that, and it's like, oh my god, there's so many more choices. So like this, there's another scene after this. I'm not sure if it's or there adds a third choice when you're on Lupin's path. It's either, it adds a third option to this, or there's a whole other choice that you get to do later that's in Lupin's route that's not in this. So it's like, oh my god, there's so many other things. So I feel like we're going to have a ton of stuff to do in his without having to, oh, we're supposed to say, can't let him do this. Okay. I'm curious as to when we're supposed to be like, ... Is that on Saint Germain's route? Like, is he that, like, weird. But anyway. Yeah, so anyway, on Twitter, I think they're from an art book, but I don't know why they calls it, like, I found it on somebody's Tumblr page. And I posted them, and it's all of them in these fancy, like, they call it their mafia suits. Oh my fucking god, Van Helsing's the hottest goddamn fucking thing in existence. They all, and even Impei in that suit, I was like, if he wore this in the fucking game, I think I'd have liked him a lot better from the very beginning, because the suit just makes him, like, damn, you got fine, Impei. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's adorable. He's just a little too clingy, which is what turned me off in the very beginning. But he is adorable. But in that suit, fuck. Hi. Yeah. But in that, it tells you, because it's in Japanese again, so I can't read. I can see numbers, because numbers are whatever. But I think the first line, so it's obviously got like a bio and stuff about them or whatever, but then it's got this little box of text, and like I think the first thing is like their age. And then I think it's got their age. I think it's got their birthday based on the numbers and the dates. And then, like, their height and weight, obviously, in kilograms and centimeters. And I'm like, whatever, I can't do the math. And then there's, like, some other stuff. And, well, there's something else in there, and I'm like, is that their blood type? Why do games tell you people's blood types? Because that's the same thing in Danganronpa when you go through, like, the menu. It's like, blood type, whatever. And you're like, why do I need to know this? Why is this a thing? Is this a thing? Why is it a thing? I don't know. Oh god, I love that music. But anyway. Oh, whoops, I scrolled way too far. Oh yeah, so these are all, and chapter 7 is all the same, but we're already on this, so we'll just keep skipping through. So this is going to be just a lot of me rambling and a lot of skipping. Until we get to chapter 8. And chapter 8 is when we'll start seeing something different, because that's when Impei will come rescue us from Finis, and then Saint Germain will stab a bitch and whatnot. But anyway. So yeah, but I thought it was kind of cool but the weird thing is explain this to me. I never, when you're looking at them, right? Well, first of all, Saint Germain, there's no numbers, it's just Japanese text. So I'm like, we don't know his age. So that's curious. So, like, we don't know his age. He's, like, forever old. He could be, like, 100. So that makes me even more curious about him. But how is Lupin actually the youngest out of all of them? Obviously, we don't know our age. They say, like, nothing. But I think they had Lupin at, like, what, 24? If I'm reading it right. If I'm just guessing. And Victor was older than him. Victor seems like the youngest one to me. And, like, it's really weird. I mean, and if you figure, okay, yes, they would be in their 20s because she's probably, if you think about it, between 18 and 20. That's the way they always are. The heroines in the games are always kind of barely adults. They're always, like, in their the 18 to 20 kind of range, and the men are always, like, older, you know. I want them to do, like, an old lady romance novel where, like, the freaking heroine's, like, 40 and, like, the men are, like, fucking silver foxes and shit. That's what I want. I want that. There are some really bad ones on Steam. I bought a set of them. I'm not even gonna lie. It was on sale, and it was, like, all the... And some of them are, like, oh, they're rated well, and some of them are, like, mixed ratings or, like, downright bad rate. And I was like, I need to play these just because people are like, this is awful. And I'm like, that makes me want to play it. Like... I was gonna play them on my own. I wasn't gonna play them for you guys. But, like, I'm like, I need to play some of these really terrible, terrible fucking ones. And I think there is one that's all about, like, silver foxes and shit. Like, no, we got a lot of good games backed up. I have got to put up a video. I haven't recorded it yet. But I got thumbnails for a lot of ones. But I want to go through and I want to... Because there's one that I played when I wasn't really playing games. Like, when I wasn't really recording, and I was like, well, this is free. Let me just skim through it. And I was like, this is really fucking good for a free game on Steam, but it's so fucking messed up. We're going to prepare for a counterattack. Of course, that's... Yeah. Because now we're gonna put fucking Van Helsing in a fucking... I still love this scene. It's going by fast, but I still love it, and I'm reliving it, because first of all, he's hot, and we just shot him out of a fucking cannon. He's like, excuse me, what now? Oh my god, fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Oh god. Anyway, but yeah, so a lot of other... So I want to put up a video. Obviously, we're going to finish this one, and we're going to do the second one before we do anything else, but I want you guys to have time and, like, prepare and look up at the other ones and see what you want to see. But, you know, in between waiting for me to upload parts of this, because I know you guys some of you guys like to binge watch. Like, I'm going to wait till you post some, and then I'm going to binge. You could binge Amnesia Memories. I highly recommend that. Same developers, just as awesome as this one. This one has become my new favorite, but that Amnesia Memories was, like, my heart and soul for a long time, and I still have a special place for that one. Mystic Destinies. That one's a really good one. That one's really good. I would say Oz Mafia, but they made me take it down. The first 4 parts were fine, but then the next 4 parts they made me take down, and I'm really disappointed because I really do want to keep playing that game, but there's no point if I can't post it. It just makes me sad, because... Yeah. Yeah. And yet there's a million people who have it uploaded, so I just don't understand why they picked on me. I'm a tidy little channel, goddammit. I'm not making any money off of you. I mean, like, I would totally understand if it was like, oh, you can't, you know, monetize the videos. Well, that would suck, because I need the 14 cents I'm going to gain for the, you know, all the views on the entire series. But at the same time, like, I understand, because, like, you know, the certain ones of these can't be monetized because they have the end theme or the opening credit. Cool, I get it. I have no problem with that. Anyway, oh! And here we go, guys. This is where we're going to start. So let's finish this chapter. Anyway, stop rambling. Now we're in important part. Then I want to go with Impei. Oh, you want to come with me? Nice. I feel the love. That's not exactly it. But I do feel relaxed when I'm with you. It's a little scary to be so close to finding my secrets. But if I'm with Impei, I feel that my fear will be subdued. Jesus, learn to read, Spacey. All right, let's embark on our exploration of love. Love has nothing to do with this. He's so pushy about loving us, and we're like, yeah, no. And yet we're like, you're my precious friend Van Helsing, and he's like, no, we're not friends. Yes, we are. And now it's like, now you're in love with me. I knew it. I mean, Jesus Christ. We leave the others behind and enter one of the rooms along the main hallway. The room is filled with books, documents, and piles of papers, all stacked up and crammed anywhere they can fit. There's so much here. Did my father leave all this behind? Whoa, this is a lot of stuff. Impey pulls a single sheet of paper out from a pile and stares at it with a serious expression. Hey, what is this? It's all about some amazing technology. What? No way! Seriously? Holy... Whoa! I can't help but smile as Impey rushes about the room, grabbing documents. I feel it was a good decision to come with him. He makes me feel so positive just by being near him. If Impey is with me, no matter what the truth is about my past, I feel like I can take it. As I search through the documents, just like Impey, I find an unexpected name and can't help from saying something in surprise. What's up? Did you find something? This paper, it has Nemo's name on it. Of course it does, because I knew he was going to be our antagonist. In Impey's path, come on, that's why they introduced him. What? Nemo? You mean Nemo from the airship race? Oh, I'm not looking forward to trying to be Nemo every single time he's on the screen. Okay, I'm not going to lie, that was really fun, so maybe I am looking forward to it. It's going to get difficult after a while, but it certainly seems that way. Look here, there's a photograph of him. Let's see, that's him all right. An unexpected man in an unexpected place. What's it say there? Impressions on Nautilus development? Half the page is torn away. Nautilus? I wonder what that is. The Nautilus is a ship, a submarine. And Captain Nemo, and there's lots of whatever. I love that these are all literary characters, and was that 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Is that what it is? Is it? I don't remember. I haven't read that. Surprising. Oh. They need the Count of Monte Cristo in here. Oh my god, is that who Saint Germain is? Oh my god! Because who's Saint Germain? Like, I don't know. Anyway, who knows? There's not enough information here to tell us anything. I guess it's something of a lead, though. I mean, all the other characters I've heard of, except for Impey and Saint Germain. And, like, obviously some of the other ones. But, like, I mean, like, Van Helsing. Obviously, we've all heard of Van Helsing, and we've probably all seen the fucking movie. Hi. Hugh Jackman, right? We all know Victor Frankenstein. Duh. Arsène Lupin. I only know of him because I've played the Sherlock Holmes games, and he was in, like, that's kind of how I know. But the other ones, I don't know. Anyway. Nemo and Isaac, were connected somehow. Maybe that means if we see that Nemo guy again, he'll know where Isaac might be. Yes, that might be the case. Woohoo! We did good here. Let's go back to the meeting spot and report to the others. Right. Okay. And then this is where we're discussing, and then, oh no, oh my god, we gotta fight. And now we're gonna go, and Saint Germain's gonna run with us, and oh, we're gonna run with him, but then we get lost, and then we get stuck with Finis, and oh wait, I'm way ahead. Okay, hold on. Ready? Now we're running. And now we get lost. And now we find a door. And now Finis comes in and torments us. And tells us that we're a homunculus. Sister. Look, this is all you! You're a homunculus! And then Impey's gonna come in. So does he use that thing on... Okay, so see, here's the thing. Here's my question, because we're going so fast. Right? He pulls out that pendant, right? And uses it when Victor's with us. When Victor's gonna come up. Does it... This obviously doesn't change, but, like, nothing happens to us when we're on Van Helsing's route. That doesn't come into play. At all. But he obviously has to use it on us. Well, maybe not. Maybe that was once... I don't know. I mean, because it goes so fast. But maybe that's once Victor showed up. Then he uses that on us. Because that drives the route. And so, like, now when this is the part where somebody shows up, this changes a little bit. I mean, Saint Germain still stabs him or whatever, because otherwise it doesn't make sense that like he's going to change us and we're going to explode and kill everyone, but we don't do that at all in Van Helsing's route. So it must be something that comes up in conversation when we're on Victor's route, but it was a little bit shorter in Van Helsing's route because Saint Germain just showed up and killed him instantly. So whatever. Anyway, hold up. Someone energetically slides between Finis and me. Finis stops in his tracks with a look of doubt on his face. He clearly was not expecting this. The person that just appeared turns to me and smiles, showing his sparkling teeth, and they're pointy. Why? What is with those fangs, dude? Sorry about the wait. Your knight's here to save you. Impey! He nods once in response, then takes a protective stance and confronts Finis. I just looked at the time. I'm going to stop here. We should finish this, but I'm going to stop here. And when we come back, we'll finish this, and then we'll get into his specific chapters. I'm kind of excited. Oh my god. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.